time, I will call the November 19, 2024 License Committee meeting to order. Carrie, roll call, please.
Alderperson Carpenter.
Here.
Gantz.
Here.
P-Rock.
Here. Thank you. Number 2, approval of the minutes of the October 1st, 2024 License Committee meeting. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Dan, second by Pamela. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Number 3, public comment upon matters not on the agenda. Public comments made during the public comment period shall pertain only to matters under jurisdiction of the License Committee. Does anybody out here have any public comments not on the agenda? And anybody out in virtual world? For the second time and the third. Moving on. Number 4, request by Tamara Jandrain to appear before the License Committee regarding the denial of her operator license application. My question out there is one of you, Tamara? I would make a motion to open the meeting.
Second.
Motion by Dan, second by Devin. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Would you please come up and we have some questions? We'd like that. Yes, please. The reason why your license was denied? Because you didn't put in, fulfill the whole application on some things that happened in October. I mean, not October, 2010 and 2014, if I get this correct. Yes.
Yep.
And could you please explain why you didn't put that in there?
I must have missed, or I was going too fast. I didn't mean to oversight that. I'm always very open about that, like that was the whole entire reason for me wanting to work where I'm working, was because I know that everything happened and this is close enough where end all be all I could walk to work, so I just must have been going too fast.
Okay. I see your intent right now is to get this license, it appears to be to work at one of the gas stations.
Yep.
Some of my concerns gets to be because if we approve this license, then you can just move on to go to some other place of business and go to a bar and everything. And just looking at some of these things that are on your record here, I wouldn't think that would be a great place to go working. You know what I mean? I think there would be other places in life that you should go instead of, but I'm not here to say that, but I am saying it as when you have alcohol related offenses and then if you take this license and move on into a bar application or something, I think that's not a very wise move on my point. I don't know if anybody else has any discussion here.
I agree.
Anybody else has some questions here?
Do you have any input in the OWIs and explain how you've been rehabilitated?
As far as the OWIs, they happened quite a long time ago, and honestly, I decided and I figured out about myself that I traded all of my partying habits in for physical fitness, and I have been working out and doing that. I try to do that like 5 days a week. So I've shifted my entire focus, and I know that that is your concern, but I'm quite a socially anxious person, so a bar setting would never be for me. So I have no intentions of doing anything like that.
It looks like, did you take a class
I believe.
of some sort, responsible serving of alcohol class?
That's
Yeah.
a requirement for the application.
Yeah.
That you just take online nowadays, if you want.
Feel like that's helped you?
Yeah, I would say yeah. I mean, I guess at 29 years old, you don't just decide that physical fitness is really where you want to put your efforts, So I think that it really has helped me move into a different and a better direction for my lifestyle.
And you want this license to work at your current employer, and where is that?
The gas station just up the way. connected to the Taco Bell.
I know what you're talking about on Broadway.
Is it a requirement that you have your alcohol license to keep your job there?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Have you thought about if you're into physical fitness, getting a job in that area?
I tried. I was a beach body coach for a while, and I tried all of that, and people just weren't biting, but I wasn't gonna let that stop my journey, you know? So,
You have any other questions, anybody?
So you feel like you have been rehabilitated and you don't think that this license would cause you to obtain another OWI?
I I don't even drink anymore. I barely I'll maybe have a glass of wine if it's a dinner with my father. Otherwise, I don't it's just not for me. Makes my belly hurt, and now that I work out, I've worked too darn hard for my carbs to be throwing them away on empty calories like that.
I'm good.
All right, I will make a motion to go back to regular session. Thank you very much.
I'll second.
Motion by Dan, second by Pamela. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We made these rules, and I'm always torn. I like giving everybody another opportunity in life. Carrie, then this license carries for until when?
The current licensing period goes until the end of June of 2026.
Okay, thank you.
A year and a half.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Dan, second by Pamela. Any discussion?
No, but I hope that this gives you the opportunity to continue doing good things for yourself.
I appreciate that greatly.
Yeah, we've been burned by the last two people we've okayed, so.
Can't bring that up.
Well, I would rather be here to stop that.
All
By
right,
approve, you mean approve the appeal?
yeah, and then all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carry, oppose, motion carries. Thank you very much. It has to go to the council. So if you wish to stay, there's another meeting coming after this, and then the council meeting comes. It would be quite a ways on the list. That will be up to you. I'm not gonna tell you yes or no. All I will say is usually what we recommend they do approve, but I can't guarantee that. That's all I can tell you. This is just our committee, okay? All right, thank you very much for showing up.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
You betcha.
Tamara, if you decide not to stay for council, you can call our office in the morning, and then we can, fill you in on the final result and make arrangements.
And the other option was you could go online and watch it virtual. The council meetings are virtual, so you could do that, and then we could, if you were on there, they could ask questions they want, or if they don't say nothing, it just goes through. So them are your options.
That would be 7:30.
No, but
The meeting starts at 7:30, but with the budget hearing, I can't say what time.
yeah,
it would be.
that's down on the list, so I'm gonna say that's gonna be, I don't know what time to say, but we have a budget hearing and everything tonight.
I might do the online one. Sometimes they do want to ask you questions, but normally they don't, but you never know.
Number 5, application for change of agent
Thank you.
for St. Norbert College in Corp. 100 Grant Street. The police department has approved their application according to Carrie, so I make a motion to approve.
No, second.
Motion by Dan, seconded by Devin. Any discussion? Since there is none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Number 6, discussion on Class B liquor license quota and number of license available. looked at all this stuff here, and I guess as some of the discussions, as our population has changed, as the license have all moved, have we gained any license over, I mean,
Right. Anything that we gain with population increases are also reserve licenses. So those are the ones that have a price tag of $10,000. And I did reach out to our agent rep at the Department of Revenue to ask for their assistance in calculating how many we would be able to add. Currently, we have 4 reserve licenses, one of which is being used. So we have 1 regular license available and 3 reserves. But it's been quite a while since they've recalculated with our population increase. The number of reserves can go up, but not the number of regular licenses that is
Okay,
part
so
of our
the-
quota.
that all goes for the population for saving more reserve license.
Right.
Okay, and then that would also go for the second one where it's the higher one for the, if I'm on the reserve class B liquor license fact, was I reading something in there like them are for bigger banquet halls and everything, and
Let me just bring that page
or
up.
was I just two reserves, like them are 30,000 or created amount, not less than 30,000?
So you were looking at the
Economic
large,
Development District.
right, and currently De Pere does not have a premier economic development district. In Ashwaubenon, Green Bay, the Titletown area, they are designated as a premier district, but we don't have one of those.
So, and I don't know if we're ever going to create one or not, but if we did, we could create one of these licenses then?
I'm trying to recall off the top of my head what the requirements are,
Okay, where did I got it?
but I can look at that.
No, we're
But there
still
is
doing
just
the
a
license
process
committee
to
meeting.
go through for that. There is a series of requirements or elements that need to be met for that.
Okay, thank you. I was just reading through it, and some of it, that'll be fine on that, Tony. Anybody have any other questions on our license or anything where we stand?
Dan, sorry, Alderperson Carpenter,
Yep.
to clarify, you had the question about the capacity.
Yep.
So those situations that are listed in that fact sheet are kind of exceptions where we could issue a license above our quota. So if we had a full-service restaurant that had a capacity of more than 300 or more people, or a hotel with certain stipulations, then we'd get an exception to our 36 total.
So that's what I was just getting at, like, let's just say the Cobblestone had big enough room to have that big of a conference going on.
Right.
And all that stuff, then, okay. So if something like that came to De Pere, we would have,
Correct. We would have an exception to issue a license above our quota, but absent of those stipulations, it
Those-
would have to be a reserve license once our remaining regular license is
Sure.
issued.
okay. Thank you very much. That's what was kind of, yes, Tony.
I was going to say I can touch upon the elements of the Premier Economic Development District. So essentially, it has to be in a geographic area that doesn't exceed 40 acres. You have to kind of specifically describe what the boundaries are, and that has to meet a variety of requirements. And then it has to look at some of the zoning for the land as well. It cannot include land zoned exclusively for industrial use or single-family, two-family residence, so it'd be kind of a mapping exercise, I guess. And then it also has to have an estimated comprehensive new construction assessed valuation increase of at least 20 million. And that has to be certified by an independent third-party appraiser.
Yep.
So it's a
Very
series of
elaborate.
things that, need to be
Yep.
taken into account.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for all that information.
Yep.
Carrie and Tony. Number 7, future agenda items. Does anybody have any future agenda items? I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion by Dan, second by Pamela. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.